How special or what does this album mean to you guys?
Well, I guess it's very special for many reasons because one, we're still doing it after 20 years plus so long, but also because of the way the world has been during lockdown. This album originally wasn't planned to be released this year. It brought us new challenges and brought us together over Zoom like this to be able to write and record songs. So I guess it's got a special place in our heart because of those reasons. It's unlike any other album, that in that respect, that all the songs have come from a lockdown period where everybody was away from each other. And I think when we look back, we'll always remember those moments, and we're still not clear of those moments, but this album is unique in that respect. Some great songs on there, some really upbeat songs, some happy songs to try and, I guess, breathe some positivity to our fans. Obviously, with everybody struggling during a pandemic, we tried to create some really positive songs. We've also tried to create, some nice ballads like My Hero, which is a throw to all the heroes in the world at the moment. So yeah, it's one of those great songs. Have you heard many of the songs from this album?
I've heard the Starlight, and then I think the fifth track. I forget that the fifth track, but my God, it's like hearing you 20 years ago. The vocals, the music, the lyrics are all great. It's like I was transferred 20 years ago during my childhood, and I'm listening to this band, to Westlife, since I was in third grade, I guess, and it feels so good to hear your songs after more than 2 decades. No, Nicky, Kian, how challenging for the group, for the band, to produce an album amid the pandemic?
Yeah, it was pretty difficult, to be honest, because obviously we weren't together. And I think when we as a band are not together, we tend to fight a lot. We tend to argue, and try and make decisions is not very easy. But I think, we managed to do it in the end, and we feel like the album that we've come up with through the pandemic has been very, very good. And sometimes, when people are not together, things are difficult because, it's hard to have conversations in a room over mobile phones or over Zoom and stuff like this. So I think it was a challenge, but I think one that we rose to in the end. And I feel that the album that we have produced through the pandemic will be one that stands to the test of time. And I think our fans will really, really love it. There's some great up-tempo numbers in there, some great ballads in there. It definitely feels a little bit more fresh. A lot of, new production sounds and different ways, how music has kind of come along in the last few years. We feel like we are moving with the times, but also keeping what our fans truly love. Yes. So hopefully the fans will agree with that.
Yeah, right. Speaking of fans, Nicky and Raya, Kian, you've visited the Philippines a few times since your career has started. What comes into your hearts and into your minds whenever you visit the Philippines and you perform for the Filipino fans?
I'm going to say kindness. The Filipino people have always struck me as very kind and caring
and
happy people. And not just when we've gone to Asia and gone to the Philippines, I know some Filipino people in Ireland as well. And everybody is so kind and caring. When my kids were born 14 years ago, I had twin boys, and they were in intensive care for a few weeks. And a lot of the nurses that helped us in intensive care, only because they were born a little bit premature, a little bit young, but they were fine. And a lot of Filipino nurses helped us quite a lot, and so considerate and so caring. When we've gone to the Philippines and done concerts, again, like as Keen said, smiley, happy, love Westlife, loves the songs. And then through the years, I became a fan of Manny Pacquiao, the boxer, and I always watch his fights and stuff. So yeah, I think the Philippines has a special place in our hearts. We've been there many occasions. We've been there. Funny enough, we were there one time when there was a typhoon on the way, but we managed to leave. We did the concert and we left, and then the typhoon hit. So I know you guys get a lot of kind of crazy weather out there. We've never been there for the typhoons, but it can be scary. So when we see it on the news, you know, the typhoons, you almost, because you've been there, you have a sense of extra caring, kind of going, oh, I hope everybody's okay out there, you know. But yeah, I mean, Manila it's a big city, and we've been there lots and lots of times and some great memories. I don't think we've ever been anywhere else, have we, bar Manila in Philippines? But yeah, great country and lots of memories forever. And even if we never go back, and that's my age. But even if we never go back, we have a million memories to take with us forever. But we plan to go back next September to tour this album and the greatest hits kind of tour of all the hits. So, you know, if you can come down, Vaughn, that would be amazing. Have you been to see us in concert?
Yes, I saw your concert twice. The last concert that I've been through was your 2019 concert in Araneta Coliseum. I was in front of the stage and I was screaming my heart out. I was, I remember that so well. And
you know what I remember, Vaughn? I remember about that night. If it was because we did 2 nights, I think this.
Yeah, I was the first night.
I did a video for our children, but I forgot my own daughter. Do you remember? And I had to do it again. I wanted you all to say all the names, and then I finished it. And I think you or Shane said to me, "You forgot Gia, one of my own kids." You better do that again. So I got you all to say hello to all the kids again.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Good for us.
Okay, an empty street, an empty house, all inside my heart, and all alone. Rooms are getting smaller. I wonder how, I wonder why, I wonder where they are.
He's singing it.
Days we had, songs we sang together. Oh yeah. And oh my love, holding on forever. Reaching for the love that seems so far.
Everybody now, come on, Vaughn.
Oh, I say a little prayer. Hope my dreams will take me there, where the skies are blue. See you once again, my love. Overseas from coast to coast, find a place I love the most, where the fields are green. To see you once again, my love. I hope I did justice to your song, guys.
You absolutely did.
You have a very good.
So it's your turn, Nicky and Kian. What would be the best Westlife song for the Filipinos?
Is Seasons in the Sun a big hit over there?
Yes, it is. It is.
Is You Raise Me Up, is that a big hit?
Yes, such an inspirational song. It is always used as a graduation song in every graduation ceremony.
Oh, very good.
Okay, what about If I Let You Go?
It's so heartbreaking, but yeah, because Filipinos love heartbreaking.
What about Flying
songs.
Without Wings?
I think all of your songs are all hits.
Here's one for you. What about Now?
That's so emotional.
Yeah, so not great though, is it though?
Yeah. Okay.
What about Dynamite?
It's kind of upbeat. It's kind of upbeat. It's BTS.
That's what you're saying.
So guys, kidding aside, you've been in the business for more than 2 decades, and you know, how does it feel that your music is still relevant and you know it is still a hit up to this very day?
You know, honestly, we feel very lucky. We feel very privileged to do the job that we have and to be a music band after this amount of time, you know, and then to feel like that, you know, we can come to countries like the Philippines and still do concerts and have thousands upon thousands of fans in these countries. And there's very few music acts, whether they be in a boy band or, you know, a solo singer that can continue to do what we do. So we just feel very lucky, very blessed, and honored to be still a band and to still have the success that we have. And then when we release new music, to see the reactions from our fans around the world, it just feels so special. So we just want to say thank you to not just the fans, but the media and everybody that gives us the opportunity to continue to do what we love to do.
So guys, Nicky and Kian, how does being a Westlife member change your lives professionally and personally?
I think it's, you're going back to when we were 19 years of age, just out of school. It changed our life in many ways. Unrecognizable, because we traveled the world. We saw not every country, but pretty much every country. And we saw more than 10 times every country. So every continent, every time zone, every kind of walk of life, every food, we've sampled it. We've been there, sampled the culture pretty much. So, that's changed our life. I mean, a lot of my friends and family haven't been, lucky enough to do that, although they've all traveled different places, never as much as me or us. So that changed our lives. I mean, it's enabled us to buy our houses and look after our family and bring children into the world and support them and stuff like that. We've been able to live our dreams on the stage, express ourselves musically, being able to work with some of the best artists in the world, being able to meet, fans, but also being able to meet presidents, being able to meet, the Pope. It really is a movie. If you look back at it, you couldn't, capture it all in one.
It's life changing.
Like completely.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, Nicky and Kian, what's your message to your Filipino fans?
The message from me,
we love you.
And my favorite song is when we did The Story of My Life.
It's the wrong band, Nicky.
Oh, it's the wrong one. Did we not do that?
That's One Direction.
What about
That's One Direction.
Want it
Wrong
that way?
No, that's Backstreet.
What about I'm never gonna say
There you
goodbye?
go.
There you go. That's the song.
So can you say mahal kita and salamat? That means I love you and thank you, Filipinos.
Say it again one more time.
Mahal kita, salamat, Filipinos.
Mahal kita, salamat, Filipinos.
Yay! Thank you so much, Nicky and Kian.
Thank you.